Hey everybody, how you doing? Good evening, Tekking101 here, and this is a special video. This is a big one that I have wanted to do for years. I get a lot of requests for this, talking about the One Piece openings. Problem is, I couldn't do it by myself. I pretty much knew that right away. I need somebody that knows music, and luckily, I think I found somebody. I heard, Dave, that you do music. Is that accurate?
Yes, I do music. I like to do music, games, anime, but definitely music. Done plenty of that.
So, yeah, you have a channel that's all about that or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I do music, so I mean, just look up Dave Does Music on YouTube, and you should be able to find it. I'm not sure
I'll
which
put it
one.
all up there on the screen and everything. So I started listening to your stuff. I think it was about a year ago, right when I think you put out a brand new world cover. And I'm thinking, man, this is because he does Japanese and English covers of the openings. And you know, a couple months ago when I was thinking of doing the opening video, you came to mind immediately because you've covered so many of the... How many have you covered? Because you told me you covered all of them, but there's a few that you did like a long time ago.
Yeah, there was a... If we take like all the uniquely written openings into account, and then we include the stuff I did on the really old channel that was called Media Guide FDDP21, a.k.a. Media Guide DP and stuff like that. If we include that plus everything I've done on the newer channel, I have done them all at this point, at least in English.
So for this one, of course, I couldn't use the actual One Piece openings because, you know, copyright and all that. So I'll be playing Dave's covers of the One Piece openings. Many of them are done in Japanese. Some are English only. And the only ones we don't have on that roster are Crazy Rainbow, We Go, and Wake Up. But aside from those three, every other One Piece opening will be represented here. All 23 of them. We're going to go through all 23 of them, talk about the songs, and rank them. And I'm gonna put little like scorecards under each of us, and so we can keep track. The viewers at home can keep track of like what's my favorite and your favorites and all that stuff.
Ooh, stat screen, like those.
Yeah, I love stat screens, reference tables. They're so much fun. Yeah. Okay,
stat screen.
So I love stat screens. Yeah, that's a Digimon Abridged reference.
Yeah.
That's a reference I didn't think I'd get today. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We got 23 openings, but it's gonna be okay, because the first one, We Are, actually takes up 3 of them, because any aspiring One Piece fan would know, We Are is not just the first opening, it's also the 7th and the 10th. There's been remixed versions of it. Hiroshi Kitadani is the one that sang it, and get used to hearing that name because that name pops up quite a bit throughout One Piece openings.
Yep.
Yeah, if basically the general rule is if the opening has 2 words, is just 2 words for the title, and one of those words is we, Hiroshi Kitadani probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But I actually just listened to, he did a music video for We Go. Amazing singer, really good, like really just good singer.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. There, his intense notes, especially when he goes on the really high notes, it's like, dang, you feel it.
I'm not that big into J-pop and stuff, but I mean, like he really got me. Like, just yeah, he's amazing.
We could say he goes over the top. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
definitely. Yeah, there you go. We're already making the references. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we are very first One Piece opening. We're not getting into the remixes yet, just the original from episode 1. What did you think about it?
To this day, it's still one of my favorite ones of all 23 songs. And its iconic nostalgic value it'll never be forgotten. And for me, it's my number 3. That's where I place it on my list.
I put it the same place on mine. So there we go. It's like, it's so iconic. Everybody knows it. Bronze star for both of us. There you go.
Channel 3, I guess.
Channel 3. I mean, it had to be in the top 5 just for virtue of it being We Are. It's been referenced so many times. I remember I read Gantz, and there was a chapter of Gantz where people are being abducted by aliens, and they're trying to come together to sing a song about humanity, and they sing the One Piece opening, because that's just the one everybody knew. So there you go.
Yeah,
it pops up a bunch of times. But yeah, I mean, like, just really quick to talk about the first opening, I consider talking about the rap from 4Kids, if you've heard that.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, it's a thing. And it's funny, did you know that 4Kids actually, they did do a cover of We Are before they did the rap, and the cover's actually pretty good.
Actually a good... Way back then on my older channel, I was actually approached to make a fandom of that one too as well.
Yeah, because the only one that's available is like, it's like an old promo. It's kind of like garbage quality from like 2001 that somebody filmed on like an old phone or something.
Yeah.
But just from hearing the lyrics, the way it sounds, it's pretty good. Probably wouldn't be as infamous as the rap, because everybody remembers the rap.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, it's the rap. It's like, it strays so good ways from like the feel of the general story we're used to, that we've all gotten used to, but you gotta admit, it's catchy as frick. It's so
it so much is like, I hated on it for so long when I started doing YouTube, and then I'm like, honestly, it was catchy. I remembered it from a kid. I had a little tape recorder. I would record it from the TV and play it back. That's how much of a nerd I was for the One Piece rap. Oh god. But yeah, so we are both of our number 3s. So the first redone version of this, it honestly, I was telling you this earlier, I'd only listened to this just before I did this video. The 7th opening of One Piece, it only lasted for 5 episodes, was the Straw Hat version of We Are. And it's just the Straw Hat VAs coming together at that time and singing We Are. I put that as number 22 because there's a better, I think, version of it, and it really just does seem that, like, they got, like, hey, One Piece VAs, come in here into the booth and sing the song really quick, because it was, like, it wasn't that big of a thing. They just sing the song. But how'd you like that version?
I do enjoy it. Well, first off, before I say any more numbers, I want to just put it out there that every single opening from this show I love. I love every single one.
Me too, absolutely. I mean, even my least favorite I was listening to, and I'm like, okay, it's still not my favorite, but I can still listen to it. It's not like making my ears bleed or anything, you know what I mean?
But yeah, for me, We Are wound up being number... We Are Straw Hat version wound up being number 17 for me.
Okay,
it's like,
so yeah.
It's not... it doesn't come and grab me as much as the original, but it's got a few moments here and there that I really like when they're doing the chorus at the very end. They're kind of like doing some really nice harmony backs at the end there, and I quite like We Are.
Yeah,
like
that's a good. Yeah, I just felt like, I just feel like the 10th version did a better job. So this one kind of got shoved to the bottom there. I kind of used it as a filler space for near the very end. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that only lasted for 5 episodes during Ennie's Lobby, and it was more of a special thing. And then the 10th version.
And for me, that one's actually my number 23. I still enjoy it greatly.
So it's like flipped, yeah.
Yeah. I still enjoy it greatly, and I especially like the part that it stands out from the original when they the bridge in like it sort of like cuts into a bit of a like really chill beat there before it jumps right back in, which I really do like that. Though I guess maybe I'm taking the TV size into account, or there's the part that actually, well, if I take the full version into account, there's a part where in between verse 1 and 2 that it's another kind of instrument solo bit, though that one I'm like midway on that part, so for me, it lost points there, but I do like the harmonies that happen in the version 2 of We Are, like during the choruses.
it's like at that point, I mean, that was right around, I think, the 10th year of the anime. That was around Sabaody that happened, and it's like, okay, it's already such an iconic song, let's redo it. Yeah. I put that as number 16 on mine.
Gotcha.
So the original, no surprise, the original tops all of them there.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's got it established the atmosphere, and I don't see it really being matched. It'll be homaged so many times, and it always feels nice to see that, though it's always playing tribute to that original one that started it all.
Yeah, and it's even homaged again because there are sequel songs to it that Hiroshi does later, like We Go and We Can, so there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's 3 openings down, 20 to go. And now we're moving on to Believe, opening number 2, done by Folder 5, and this opening mostly was up for, so We Are was like the entirety of the East Blue, and then when the crew got to the Grand Line, Believe starts, so I'll let you start with that one.
Yeah, Believe, I believe started, it started when they got to Logtown, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was right around there. I remember in the opening, and by the way, just as a side note, everybody, we're not doing necessarily the scenes of the animation. We're mostly focusing just on the songs today.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I remember the scenes in the anime with, like, you know, you see Dorian Broggy, you see scenes from, like, Whiskey Peak and stuff.
Yeah. Which is that's really cool opening. For me, I really do enjoy this one, and I put it at my number 10. This one is like practically tied with 2 other songs that I just could barely put above or below, and heck, depending on how I feel, they probably wind up above or below, but then that's one of the trios right there for that. But I really do enjoy Believe overall, and that Aerobeat vibe it gives too as it really kicks up. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I first listened to this one with the Funimation dub of it, because this was back, they dubbed the first 4 and then they stopped, and Meredith McCoy did the dub, and I loved it. Just like the very intense opening of it, where it's a quote from Roger kind of like opening it, similar to the first one, where it opens with Roger's execution, and it just gets you so pumped up for the Grand Line journey. That's something I wanted to bring up for you, because your dubs, some of the openings open up with like quotes from characters, and I noticed in your covers you don't do the quotes. I was curious if you were thinking that you should, or if it's just like, I'm just going to start with the song.
Yeah, I did it way back then on the old channel, though I figured I'm better when it comes to the singing in general, so I just figured for continuity's sake, I'll just focus on the singing and just kind of an organized way of thinking, I guess you could say. And
yeah,
I feel
I'll tell you
I
what,
do that
even listening to the cover of it and just the instrumental, that's enough to get me hyped up anyway. So there you go. I mean, it builds. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun one to put together, and I made sure that once the main beat kicks in, you feel the difference.
Oh yeah, definitely do. It's bass drops. I want to get like some really good speakers and listen to some of these. It would be so good, because like right now it's just like my computer and stuff, but get like some bass in the background or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, because by the way, my Believe, I put it number 5, because
gotcha.
I had to be in the top 10, and I'm thinking, all right, that one. I just remembered it's probably my first, aside from the rap, was the first dub opening I ever heard, and I loved it, and the Japanese was amazing as well. But yeah, that has also just a lot of nostalgia for me, and that was right around when I started getting, like, after 4Kids, I took a few years away from One Piece, and then started getting back into it, and then that was the song that kind of, I remember so much, so that's Believe. Oh yeah, definitely got me super pumped for what was coming in the story. So next up, we have opening number 3, Hikari E, which is translated to Towards the Light. This is done by the Baby Stars, and this is the opening that plays, I think, right after Alabasta getting into Jaya. This one has a very weird, like, different opening vibe. It's a narration, just like the other two, but it's not as much as like just a pow right into it. It's about, like, the world, such a marvelous place, and then it just dives in, and it's super fast, and I love the beat here, and this one is my number 10, in fact.
Gotcha. This one I have a bit of an interesting story about. When I was first starting to watch One Piece, and I got to the Arabasta arc, I was warned to wait, like, don't look at the opening until you get to episode 131, because otherwise you will get a major spoiler. And I did. And then once I saw 131 where Robin joins the crew, I'm like, and then I looked at the opening after that. I'm like, okay, I see. Because you see her show up right there.
That is not something old. I mean, that's not something new at that point, because in Over the Top, there was a huge spoiler on who Denjiro was.
Yeah,
so,
no kidding.
Yeah, and they just show it right there. It wasn't even revealed in the manga yet. How do you even do that? You know?
No kidding.
Oh, God. But yeah, I didn't even... Because at that point, Hikari E, I mean, at that point, I'd already known Robin joined, but yeah, it is a pretty big spoiler there.
Yeah. Well, it started on episode 116, if I recall correctly, so there was quite a few beforehand. But no, this opening for me, actually, it's got a bit of a history, since it was actually the first one I actually fan-dubbed way back then. Ooh. And it's got a really special place in my heart too, because of that and other reasons. I just like the way it feels and sounds. This one is actually number 2 for me. Okay. This one's my number 2.
I could figure, considering you said, like, if it's the thing that kind of started the passion for dubbing and, you know, doing what you do on YouTube now, I mean, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sure. I love Hikari E. I think when I first started listening to it, I remember because back in the day, after 4Kids was done, Funimation picked up right where they left off, but there was really no bridge. So one week you would have the rap, and then 4Kids would stop, and the next week it was Hikari E. And it was a great song, but I remember just being a little bit jarred by that. Like, whoa, what happened to the theme song all of a sudden? Yeah, but I slowly ended up liking it, and number 10, great beat. Opening number 4 is Bon Voyage by Bon Bon Blanco. And I'll let you go with this one, but yeah, this is my number 23. This is my least favorite.
All right, this one, for me, Bon Voyage is my number 21.
Okay, at least it wasn't your number 1. Holy crap.
I still enjoy the vibe it gives, but there's plenty of other songs that get me pumping way more, that's for sure. Though I do like the tropical vibe. Once it starts to grow on you after a while. And for some reason, I actually really like how it starts. It's got a nice kick and beat to it and stuff like that, just to get you really into it. And I'm not sure, but I believe this one's also the last intro that has a narration at the beginning for a good while anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I feel it still definitely feels like a One Piece opening, though it's definitely not as uplifting. It's a lot more chill, and when you're in the right mood, this'll provide.
I do agree with you with the opening. The opening, like, even without looking at the animation, it does have, like, that's a beat that I would be on the, the shore of Hawaii sipping a nice cooled beverage, that just that way it opens up. But like you said, you kind of said it best. It's like, I don't hate the song. I can listen to any one of these songs and, feel the beat. It's just that I feel there's so many other One Piece openings that do better than this.
They got the more uplifting vibe overall, but it's nice to have a break every now and then too. So it's a welcome opening in my book.
It is, and it's when I think at the end of Skypiea and going into like the G8 arc in the anime, the filler.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just never really felt the vibe with this one. So yeah, sorry all. I right out there, everyone was waiting for. Well, you didn't give you gave your 23 yet, or didn't you?
Yeah, I did. For me, it was my We Are version too.
Oh yeah, We Are. Okay, the We Are version. Okay, so there's our least favorites. In case anyone was just waiting for that, got out of the way pretty quickly. Because there's people I know. Because every time I've brought up that I don't like Bon Voyage before, and there's a lot of people that it's their favorite song. So it's like just didn't really feel it with me.
大丈夫さ前に進もう太陽をいつも胸に繋いだ手伝わるパワー願いを捕まえようよでっかい波に乗ろう力合わせて
Number 5, though, is something that it's starting to rock. Number 5 and 6 I love. So number 5 is Kokoro no Chizu, Map of the Heart, and this is by Boy Style. And this one I'm going to go with number 12 on. The following song, Brand New World, is my favorite. I think I've told a lot of people this before, so you guys know that. But this is a great lead up to that. With the Water 7 scenes and the really big, I don't know, crescendo is kind of much like a fancy word to say, but like the high points of the songs I just love.
Yeah. Overall, for me, Kokoro no Chizu, it's actually not far from your rank. For me, it's number 11.
Okay.
And it's another one of the trio of songs along with Believe, and the next song we'll get to, where it's like so close. This one, the intro comes get me right away on this one for Kokoro no Chizu. I believe it or not, it's probably my favorite part of the song. It just sucks you in so well with it, like the kind of choir thing it's kind of going with. Yeah. And then when that guitar melody comes in right after to get you right in, it's like, all right, here we go. The ship lands in the water. We're out of the sky. Let's go sail on. Let's go
sail back to the blue sea. Here we go. Water 7. You know what? It's hard to judge these based on just the songs because I've seen the openings so much. I was like, this past week I'm just listening to the MP3s, but I could still see what the scenes are in the song with the anime, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, we can picture it because we've seen it so many times.
Like, especially like with Kokoro no Chizu, the scene where Kaku jumps off the house, the scene where Nami pulls out the gun as the music is, like, you know, queued up perfectly with that. I could just, that's always in my mind, regardless if I'm just listening to the song or not.
Yeah, and then when the part that's just a little bit calmer, you just see the ship in the distance.
Yeah,
there,
nice
view. It's a nice sight to behold, and which the next song after that we'll talk about after this sort of does that pretty nicely too. In terms of the video, actually, I really like that. One of my favorite ways of doing.
With that being said, let's just cut to the next one because I love opening 6. It is my number one. This is Brand New World by D51, The Will of D. There you go.
Never noticed.
This is a song I think is the one that introduced me to your channel. I was telling you earlier. It was around last year I think you released this, and
I think it was in February last year or something.
Yeah,
like
something around there. So it's been close to a year. And the reason I discovered your channel was I've been listening to this song since high school. This is one of the first songs I ever put on my phone when my phone had like MP3 capabilities, right? Yeah. And I think I got it on like one of those old like LimeWire, like remember those websites or something back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I can't remember how I got it, but I got it, and I listened to this for so many years. I was sitting around one day and I'm like, man, I love this song, but I wonder if there's an English version of it somewhere because, you know, I want to hear it in English. And that's how I found your channel, and you kind of had me fall in love with this song all over again. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, man, many thanks. It was a lot of fun to finally do, and that one actually has a bit of a story behind it, too. That one, I believe it or not, I put together lyrics there based off some other lyrics by, I believe, Megami 33 and I believe he's written a few other lyrics for some of the covers I've done. Josh Herstein, and I did this way well. I think I made more incorporations later on, but way back then on my old channel I had written stuff, and I never actually got around to actually making it because when I tried to do it at its original key, it was too high for me. I felt like I was forcing my voice too much. So when I got around to finally making the instrumental for the one on the channel now, I brought it down a couple semitones, and it made it a lot more comfortable to sing. In fact, a lot of the
because you don't want it to be forced with your voice and have it sound like, like really off kilter or anything.
Yeah, pretty much. At least not consistently. If once in a while I'm okay with it, like when once in a while it goes to that high D or something like that. But
yeah,
but like if it's like consistent, like Brand New World, the voice is high all the time.
Oh so, yeah, it's all the way through, and it just that moment in the center, it hits the mark, and it's just the song gets really awesome, and with the animation in the background of the CP9 fight, but just beyond the animation, just the song kicks ass at that halfway point. It's just that is like that is the song I listen to when I'm going out running. It just gets me just going faster. Like, yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, I love Brand New World so much, and I've just the fact that I've listened to it for so long and I'm never tired of it really. That just proves it cements its place as my favorite. My number two comes later. It's one of the newer songs, and I was actually surprised. It was close, but Brand New World's always my favorite. Dang.
For me, Brand New World is actually the other one in that trio of songs that I couldn't tell, but that's the one that wound up number 9 for me for Brand New World. It's a lot. For me, that song is... I find it a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, that song. It's like so high energy, a lot of fun, makes you run. It's uplifting as heck.
Yeah, and if a good way to compare it in One Piece is like if Believe and Hikari E and We Are all about the world of One Piece and being pirates and journeying along, Brand New World is about like the fighting shonen aspect of this series. It's just the rush and just get to it. There you go. Love Brand New World. All right, so that's my number 1, and we already covered number 7, the Straw Hat version. And so now we're moving on to number 8. Now, we do not have one of Dave's covers for this, but this is... actually, the song is just called Crazy Rainbow. I thought it was always called Crazy Rainbow Star, given, the lyrics. This is by Taki and Tsubasa.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is the 8th opening, and this one, I got... Depending on how I feel, it can be higher or lower on the list, though at the beginning, this one was a bit higher. But as time went on, some other songs were starting to overtake it, so I still really like the just the vibe it gives there, and that the chorus can get stuck in your head really easily, if you ask me, because it's very repetitive. And though there's... most of the openings wound up taking over. For me, this is my number 20.
Okay.
And though it's just like a barely kind of thing there.
Yeah, this one I juggled with a bit. I put it at number 13. I think this is the first opening I ever heard in like the Japanese, like I remember being on like my old computer and like dial-up internet looking for One Piece episodes online and found one of the newer ones at the time. This was probably back in like 2006, 2007. Crazy Rainbow was during like most of like post Enies Lobby and stuff. So, and I remember seeing this one and like, liking it, but definitely not one of my favorites. There was the scene I like where it just kind of goes all guitar, I think, like when you see the shot of Mihawk, like dun 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 dun, like that I love. That's probably my favorite part there, just that guitar.
Yeah, that part's pretty dang cool, and the intro too is pretty smooth, if I guess you could say. Darling.
Are you planning on doing a redone version of this one?
I'd say sooner or later. I'd like to hop on the rainbow train, so to speak.
The rainbow train, yeah. The rainbow star train. But yeah, I like this one. It's a little bit of nostalgia here. We're starting to get out of the nostalgia realm though for me, because at this point I'm really like way into One Piece, and yeah,
same.
As we all travel across the sea, raising our voices we take in the beautiful blue world. Our spirits ready to go, everybody rejoices. Now let's go, get the sails all unfurled. La 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 la. La 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 la, yeah. Here we are in between the sea and the sky, ready now for adventure, we're itching to try. Get ready to roam. So all aboard now, we're set to go. Set sail to the ocean so deep, ready for a truly grand adventure. Well, don't you think that sounds really fun? All this excitement, second to none. As we all travel across the sea, raising our voices, we take in the beautiful blue world. Our spirits ready to go, everybody rejoices. Now let's go, get the sails all unfurled. La 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 la. La 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 la, yeah, yeah, yeah. If there's something that I just won't ever forget, it's the way that I felt when our journey was set. Now I won't be scared as long as I keep that feeling there. With that, let us keep up the pace while enjoying every trip from place to place. Our timid hearts get the rhythm in great, so let's keep going, adventure awaits. So many treasures away, so now let's raise our voices in pride, laughing out when they are found. With all the riches in hand, everybody rejoices, party on, cause we stand tall and proud. Life is adventurous, be aware it's dangerous. Who's gonna be one of us? And the trip goes on because we're the pirates of the mouse. To the west, to the east, gotta find my way, sail away, all the way to One Piece. Bring all your dreams with you now, fill the void in your heart, spread your wings and believe that you can soar. Just let the breeze guide the way till you're ready to start up once again. Now you're ready for more. So many treasures away, so now let's raise our voices in pride, laughing out when they are found. With all the riches in hand, everybody rejoices, party on, cause we stand tall and proud.
So, moving on to number 9, this is Jungle P by 5050, or 5050, how I'm guessing it's pronounced 5050.
Very far in the future.
Yeah, so Jungle P this is the song, I've been listening to this version of the one you done, this has been my jam all week. And it's weird, because I never remembered, like, really overly liking this one, but just going through all the songs again for this video, Jungle P was the one that stuck in my head the most. Like, this is the overlooked thing that I guess I just never really paid attention to. I put it at number 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. For me, it's my number 18.
Okay, so it's doubled 9. There you go.
Pretty much, yeah. 9 times 2. But yeah, I really enjoy the groove of this song, and the rap part is off the hook for me.
Yes, I love that part. Yeah,
that part is dang.
And it's just the perfect way just to close out the song too.
Yeah,
you know, it's just, it comes out of nowhere, but it's so well expected. It's so welcomed. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to put that part together too in the cover as well, and it was kind of convenient too, because regardless of which language, I didn't have to record that part twice. Once I got it right once, I was good. It was good.
Yeah, because there's the English parts, and my favorite, aside from the rap finisher, just the scene early on, and this is, once again, it ties back to the animation, but the scene where after the opening, it cuts to the fog of the Florian Triangle, and it's like I remember from the English from your cover, like, set sail to the ocean so deep. I love that line, that part where it just like seeps down a little lower because like they're sailing into this mysterious sea, and then Brook pops up, and then the song gets kicked back into high gear again. I love that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Another part of the song that I just feels iconic to me, believe it or not, is the beginning part. D.
Yes, you know exactly which one it is. It's like, boom, this is Jungle P queuing up. Awesome.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, yep. Once you hear that, it's like, oh, Jungle P. And
I don't know. I just overlooked this one for so long, but it's definitely going on the playlist now. Like, yeah, definitely number 10. Yeah.
I feel like the D should just be a ringtone or a text sound or something like that. You get a text.
My texting, I think my text notification right now is the Zelda theme, but I kept meaning to switch it out for the Den Den Mushi from One Piece, like da 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 da, you know?
Yeah.
And what I was gonna do, what I wanted it to do with the ringtone is, like, you know how you pick it up and it goes like the ka-chick?
Yeah,
you know?
Ka-chick,
and I'm like, how can I possibly get that to do that? So what I think I'm going to do is have a ringtone that it does da-da-da-da-da-da like 3 times, and I have to make sure to answer on the 4th, and then the 4th will go ka-chick, and I'm like, perfect every time I answer the phone. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, Jungle P, man. Check it
Yeah.
out. It's awesome. Check out the cover by Dave. It's fire.
Do.
There we go. All right, so we already covered number 10. We're actually moving along at a good clip. I'm surprised because I go off on so many That was just a tangent just now about ringtones and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but thanks for
not?
putting up with me.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I've had experience like with the when we do LPs, verses, and stuff like that. There, we gotta go off on tangents. We're playing a game for like 30 minutes at a time, or even more.
I look up to the stars and reach for the sky. I believe in tomorrow if we try. Hey, come on, let's go, everybody. Oh, we share the music. We share the music. Come on, let's go, baby, baby. Oh, we share the one dream. Come on, let's go, everybody. Oh, we share the good times. We share the good times. Let's go, baby, baby. Oh, we share the one world. No! It's hard to see for you and me through the darkness that is in this world. So hard to see or to believe in where we need to go. Yes, you and me, it's true that we feel the rush brought on by this world. Through head to feet, I feel the beat getting me to walk on, oh yeah. Share the music, no matter what. Share the one dream, believe in yourself. Share the good times, take my hand now. Share the one world now. I look up to the stars and reach for the sky. No matter what, I'll try no matter how high. So let us go beyond far and wide. I believe in tomorrow if we try. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, let's go, everybody. Oh, we share the music. We share the music. Come on, let's go, baby, baby. Oh, we share the one world. Oh, as we chase, we're being chased. For the top we go, one straight and wild. We're on our way, I've got to say, I want to share your style. Now here it starts, so don't lose heart. They're bound to lose to this flavor. From boot to hood, I feel so good. I will be free to be, oh yeah. Share the music, even if I share the one dream. I know where you are. Share the good times. Show us that smile. Share the one world now. I look up to the stars and reach for the sky. No matter what, I'll try no matter how high. So let us go beyond far and wide. I believe in tomorrow if we try. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know that you are there, just on the other side. Wait there for me, soon it will be you and I. Then let us go beyond far and wide. I believe in the one world if we try. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, let's go, everybody. Oh, we share the music. Hey, come on, let's go, baby, baby. Oh, we share the one world.
So number 11 is Share the World, also by TVXQ. Share the World is in mostly Sabaody, but it also has scenes from Impel Down in there too. I love Share the World. It is my number 4.
Dang. For me, I love it too, and it gets stuck in your head a lot. Though, believe it or not, there are other ones that are still higher. For me, it's my number 15.
Okay.
So, man, the groove of that song and the rap is so much fun. It's so much fun to do. It's so iconic. It gets you into
it's so crazy. It combines. It opens up with music box music, like the music box, and then the song, and then there's rap, and it's like you wouldn't think all those things would fit together, especially with the music box openings. But by the time it's getting near the end. To compare to the scenes in the anime, the scene where like Luffy's charging through Impel Down, the scene with Luffy and Hancock as like parallels on that dusty field, like that was a cool scene. That like the music really just amplified that moment.
Yeah, and for me too, I like just pretty much right as the next the last chorus come in for the words. Yeah. I like that intro, that nice transition into there, and then how he's talking about like, I'm coming to get you there. Just wait there for me. I'm coming. This is starting off the like Luffy has to go rescue Ace. That's like the arc here, and that's an arc that is shared by a few openings. In fact, like the next 3 basically have that vibe to it.
But yeah, we'll get to it when we get to the other songs, but that also reflects what happens in the story, like the tone, and then the tone of Share the World is definitely like, yeah, Luffy, you could do it, go save your brother, and then it ends out with the yeah, like optimism, like Luffy's gonna do this.
Yeah, and it also has during the rap parts, it has a darkness about it that things are getting serious here. Like with the lighting that's done in the intros, especially during the first half of the first rap, or is it the second? I know it's the first one, yeah, where they're fighting the PX, different PX.
Yeah. Come on back home, everybody. I love that. It just it gets you.
Yeah, it really does. There, if you feel the air about it. At first, I was like not into it right away. Like the groove was so different than what I was used to, but it started to grow on me big time, and now, yeah, I love it now. It's great.
Yep, Share the World it's so good. I remember I had like a really bad version of it that like the MP3 was like corrupted, so I can only listen to like half the song on my player, and then it would just die. And I'm just like, I gotta fix this at some point, and it took me years to finally get another version of it, but I did. So that's a really good one, definitely. Oh, a line that I just remember from your cover, and I don't know why it just stuck in my head when you get the shot of all the supernovas, like that, the comparison in the original. It's like, from boot to hood, I feel so good. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why. I just, that rhymes, it works. I love it.
Yeah, I think in what they were talking about was like from head to toe. So though I needed to find something that rhymed with I feel so good, because that part was originally written in English, and I wanted to keep that. So I'm like, all right, well, it's not like we have to talk about the head first. We could talk about the foot first. So, and hood means head. There you go. That works.
And also, for those of you that don't know, because I've been watching like covers of a lot of people on YouTube over the years, and I noticed a trend sometimes in comments when I'm reading comments is people are like, why did you change the lyrics? I mean, it was like, well, because it's a completely different language, right? And there's like different rhymes that work in Japanese that don't work in English or other languages. You got to be creative with that sometimes.
Yeah. You often you have to think outside the box to make things work. Not only to like say the same message, but to feel nice and to like not feel awkward when it's said too, like an accented word that'll feel kind of weird when you sing it. It'll like an accent like a certain vowel a certain way that just doesn't feel natural, kind of thing. And stuff like that. Doing all that in one go, it can be tricky, especially with me where I'm not the best in my extensive big words vocabulary, so I go to rhyme zone.
That's what the internet's for.
Oh yeah, I use plenty of internet. Internet is very love the internet. It's great.
But it's awesome. It's why I'm doing what I'm doing, what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, especially also with One Piece openings and a lot of Japanese anime openings, is there's going to be mostly Japanese, but they put English phrases in there too. So you have, here's a Japanese line that rhymes with this English phrase, and then when you're trying to do the whole song in English, you got to change, because you keep those phrases, but you have to change out the Japanese.
Yeah.
And then you still have to probably make it rhyme if you can. So
yeah. Sometimes I sacrifice that particular English line, or sometimes I move it from here to there, like a couple syllables over to the left or right.
Yeah, it's all about the spirit of the message of the song, and as long as you maintain that, I think you're okay. Yeah,
that's pretty much what the thoughts that go through my head whenever I'm in the writing phase.
始まったばかりの長い旅雪と愛と友情と少しの遊び心だけ持ち続けていよう僕らは地球のひとかけら少しずつ形になってゆくんだよ
Okay, so number 12, we got Kaze Wo Sagashite. That's Search for the Wind by Yaguchi Marie and the Straw Hat VAs in this one as well. This one, I love Impale Down. It is my favorite arc of One Piece, but I'll let you go to it and you start off, but then I have a story to say. Go ahead.
All right. For me, this one is... This song is my number 14. I really like this song now. Though at the very beginning, when I first heard this, I was thrown off. Like, I was really thrown off. But like with just about any other of the openings, after a while, it started to grow on me. And especially when the song got to the darker part of the song, with the most unique part, right after the first chorus, you see Ace going up the stairs towards the toward where he's going to be executed. That's part when I really started to like it. I started to really feel it right there. The rest of the song is like you're feeling the wind, you're going through the wind, searching through the wind, and it's like, I mean, at the beginning of the chorus in the video, you see the flag just waving in the wind right there, and that shot as the chorus starts. I don't know, it now these days it really gets me. That part really gets me. I really like that.
This is the hardest one I probably had to put on the list. I put it at number 21, and I know that sounds really harsh, but I just, like, it came down to be like, all right, I have to figure out where I'm gonna put this, and I listened to a bunch, and it's just like, this one is the one I like the least. But I love Impel Down, so that's why I was kind of conflicted about it, but this isn't comparing the arcs or anything, it's just the intros. The opening did throw me off, just because it starts kind of like lighthearted and happy, and then all of a sudden it's like, it gets into, like, as you said, the more intense, like, serious portion of it, and it kind of speeds up. The parallel in the opening is when Luffy's rushing through the different levels of Impel Down. It, like, really, like, rushes through it. Yeah, and it kind of, even after it gets serious, there's another point in the song where it's like, yay!
Yeah,
it's like,
literally,
yeah, and it's like,
literally.
it's yeah, exactly. So it's a very weird juxtaposition of both of these. Not a bad song by any metric, but I just like others a lot more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha there. Cool.
And, you know, and this continues from Share the World. Now we have Luffy actively going to rescue Ace, and we don't exactly know what's going to happen yet. But the overall tone, I think, is like, Luffy could still do this. But that's going to change really quick when we get to One Day.
That's for sure.
So, yes.
I guess segue. Here we go. Segue into One Day. 雨上がりの空を仰ぐたび
number 13 is One Day by The Rootless, and that is going to be my number 7. Yeah, this, I think, when I started watching the One Piece anime, was like the first brand new opening. Like, I'm now watching it weekly, and this was the first time a new opening came out.
Gotcha.
Also might have been the first opening I talked about in a video, like, way back in the day. Like, you know, One Piece has a new opening now. Or just stream or something I did. Anyway, the key to this song is, of course, just, I mean, it's in the anime, you know, the shots of here are all the Marines, here are all the pirates, here's the war, it's happening. But the music in the background as, you know, you just see the characters making their attacks. The song just plays on, like, it's not as intense as some other ones, but I'm trying to think of a good phrase to, like, balance it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's not as fast and upbeat, but it's a lot. It's plenty deep. It's like you feel the deepness.
It's
of
deep,
it.
and it's like that's the best way I can describe it. Like, okay, there's this big war that's happening in the story. It's just this very emotional, deep song. It just kind of gets sweeping up in the emotions of what's happening.
Yeah. And as for me, One Day, it's number 1 for me. That's my
number 1. Well, at least we both had it in our top 10s.
Yeah. One Day is number 1 for me. It's got quite the history. As for one, when I did the cover of it on my older channel, it was probably one of the hardest ones I ever did. That I was sent lyrics by once again Josh Herstein, and then I went to go and sing that, and at its original key, and at the time I couldn't reach as high notes as I can now, and even at that, in my current cover of it, I actually brought it down a bit, so it's even more comfortable. But anyway, another thing that on my cover in English is there was one word I never I never pronounced correctly way back then. I never realized until much later when Josh let me know, and it's not camaraderie, it's camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Yeah, like literally camaraderie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oops.
Was it said in English in the song, or was it like the Japanese version of it?
Yeah,
like,
it was in Japanese.
Okay, so you know, camaraderie, you know, like it's a little bit hard to, you know, I can understand your confusion, but that is kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, like, man, it happens.
Yeah. Well, it was like, welp. But still,
it's already out. What are you gonna do? It sounds similar.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad I was able to fix that for the newer one. That's for sure. And no, this song in particular, it just has quite for me. I really like the groove, just the deep feel, and when that chorus hits in, it's like, so let's go.
I love that. Yeah.
Dang, that really gets me, that one. Like, it's to this day still my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's definitely a good one. Like, if I'm just going down the list, you know, I'm thinking, you know, One Day, it definitely stands out to me as one of the most prominent in the story, just where it's placed, and of course, it's all about Luffy and Ace and everything, and then the war at Marineford being the backdrop to it. I can't think of a better opening to express that arc.
Yeah.
しく照らす信じてるんだいつか一つにつながる未来を一緒に見つけに行こう君の代わりはない忘れないで We fight together
So, yeah, moving on though to Fight Together by Namie Amuro. Yes. And this is one of the ones that I actually, it's the 14th opening, and I also ranked it 14 on my list.
Neat.
Yeah, the next one, number 15, is also my number 15, so that's how that goes. But yeah, I'll let you go ahead, talk about that one.
So yeah, this one for me is actually pretty close to the top as well. I do like these particular songs that sort of gives a little softer, and I'm also a lover of the kind of style of music as well. It's like a bit trance and a little dance, but it's pretty soft too. Mm-hmm. And once they're talking about the whole story and how much they've been through and everything, that we've come a long way. Everyone's got their burdens that they carry. And then one of my favorite parts though is right after that part where the light comes out and then shines
to
on
the
Luffy.
light.
Yeah, pretty much. And it shines on Luffy's back, and you see Ace pushing him to move forward. It's like, all right, yes, I'm gone, but I'm still gonna be here with you, and I'm still fighting together with you. And I know that's the message of the song. And
I know, of course, all songs are, stories in a sense.
Yeah.
But this one really hit home more for that because it's after the war and right before the time skip, and it's like, okay, let's do a little bit more. It opens with birds chirping, and it just kind of cues up to the song. It's much more, somber and quiet compared to what we just came from. But the overall message is like, okay, Ace died, but that's okay. We all fight together. And of course, it's also like Luffy has his crew, and so the last few openings, they really haven't played a big role because, they weren't with Luffy. But this is the one that brings them all back. They're all training. They're all getting stronger, and it's going to be something even amazing after all this is over.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, all right, prepare yourselves because we're about to do a nice fresh start.
We're going to do a nice time skip, and I think that's the best place just to transition into that.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we have the time skip in One Piece, and we open up with the sequel song to We Are, which is We Go! And we don't have this one, unfortunately, but also sung by Hiroshi Kitadane. They brought him back. There you go. Look him up. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And as I said, I gave this one number 15. As an opening 15 on my list there. This one, you know what? We didn't talk about the length of these songs this much. This is the longest opening in One Piece. It goes for 72 episodes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Man, something that beats out belief.
I love it. I love the song, but maybe my ranking might have been affected by the fact that this was the opening for so long. I might have been getting a little bit tired of it near the end.
I could see that. That's for sure. For me, this one is number 7.
Okay.
I do like the energy it brings, just starting everything back up. And though, like you said, once we finally got to the next one, it definitely was a breath of fresh air.
But I guess that doesn't matter though, because it's like Believe was 68 episodes. It's basically the same amount, and I love that one. So I don't know. I guess I'm just not a huge fan of it. Yeah,
gotcha. But this one, I guess one of the parts that I really enjoy in this song is just whenever he says "we go," it's so dang intense, especially the end. Holy jeez. When I heard that for the first time, I was like, I knew right away I wanted to make a fandub of this there way back then, and this was way back then, and I told myself, I'm gonna have fun doing that last part.
Just keep doing it over and over again, just for fun. Like, we go.
Just have the mic on in the background, just in case I get something good.
It gets It gets you pumped for the time skip. Most certainly, it does that. There was something else about it I was going to say, and I completely forgot what it was. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a great song. But of course, as the sequel to We Are, of course I like We Are more. But yeah, that's just there's some other stuff to say about the animation, but that's not really the focus here.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, that's We Go. Let's do it.
Cool.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I just remembered. Thank God. I was
Yeah.
worried I was having to skip over it. I like the little references, like there's Jump Boost Stat, and it's like jumps, Shonen Jump. I just like that little stuff there. That was funny.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
Ichni Sunshine, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that as well, and I also like when they do Romance Dawn, another great reference there. That's also a lot of fun to
Romance
do.
Dawn. This was the song I just listened to Hiroshi Kitadane sing it like live, and it's an amazing song. Like the dude is like jumping around the stage, he's sweating, and he's like Jump Boost Stat. He's bringing the fire.
Nice.
Yeah, love that guy.
Jumpstart his voice forever.
Now everybody lift your hands up, sing about what you are dreaming. Always stand up, raise up the flag that can't be beaten. Gotta keep up, we'll get past every wall that's in our way. Go without hesitation, hands up. We just have to press on a little more to get to the answers we're looking for. We came to this new world believing that surely someday we just might find the way. All the pieces of our dreams have now come together. Our bonds won't waver. With our dream in hand, let's head on towards a bright new future. Now everybody lift your hands up, sing about what you are dreaming. Always stand up, raise up the flag that you believe in. Gotta keep up, we'll get past every wall that's in our way. Let's head on, never stopping. Only look up, keep your head up, way up high. Always step up, if waves are rough, jump to the sky. Never give up, our wishes they will come together and lead us on towards our future. We drift on riding the waves towards another shore day by day. There are many meetings, many goodbyes underneath the flag we fly. I'll remember the pain within, I'll keep it in my heart forever and never take it lightly, but I won't surrender. This freedom I will keep in mind, I'll keep holding on, never stopping. Now everybody lift your hands up, sing about what you are dreaming. Always stand up, raise up the flag that you believe in. Gotta keep up, we'll get past every wall that's in our way. Let's head on, never stopping. Only look up, keep your head up, way up high. Always step up, if waves are rough, jump to the sky. Never give up, our wishes they will come together and lead us on towards our future. Hands up.
Next up, we have Hands Up, another song that you recently just did, and I've been listening to quite a bit. That and Jungle P have been the two. And this is number... Wait, hold on. Yeah, that was number 8. I couldn't see if that was 18 or 8. I'm like, this better be in the top 10 for me. So this is number 8 by Kota Shinzato. It's even number. Go ahead.
Gotcha. For me, this one, wow, I love this song and everything, though for me, this one wound up being a number 22, sorry, because leading up to when I did it, I never remembered it as much until I actually did it, then got into it like when I was doing it. Though when I still usually got more pumped with the other songs in this one. I still really love this one too as well. It's been growing on me, and part of me feels like this song at times would be much higher and at times would be much lower. Like I said, it depends on how I feel. But I still really enjoy this one, and for some reason, a particular part I really like in this song is when they're breaking away to the part where they're talking about where you, in the video anyway, you see you see Luffy meeting up with Law. And
that is the thing I was going to bring up. That's my favorite part of the song, and that's probably my favorite part of what the part you covered, like day by day, and I love that part.
Yeah, how they're seeing each other, they're saying goodbye, and all underneath this flag we fly.
Yep, it works. Like that part it just works.
Yeah, I enjoyed writing the lyrics to that one too. It kind of came to me pretty quickly in most cases. A lot of it was already in English, though. Here, the neat thing too is that in the Japanese versions, they on the chorus they do the up, like they do the up. They do it twice each time, like before they like do the next set, and then twice again. Though I do it an extra time, like I think of another up to like keep it going a little more.
Yeah, because there's
I think that was cool.
Hands up, step up. It's like they just keep going with the ups, and it's just like it works.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just added "gotta keep up" or something like that.
Gotta keep up. Yeah. That's what you used. Yeah, and it worked. It worked.
Then but Never Give Up was fun too.
Yeah, this one was also just like like I said, We Go is fine, but after 72 episodes of that, getting something new for when the crew actually got to Punk Hazard, like in the New World proper, that was also very, very welcome to me at that point. So next up after Hands Up, we have Wake Up, not related to Hands Up. And this is by AAA, which is funny because in America anyway, AAA is like it's like a roadside service like company, and that's the name of the band, like AAA batteries. I don't know.
I have a funny story for this one. While I was working on Hands Up, every time I was like going to like do file names or something like that, I kept writing Wake Up. He was like, wait, no, wrong song.
It's so funny. They're right next to each other and they both have up in there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they wanted to keep a bit of a continuity trend there going there for a little bit.
Yeah, it worked. A little bit. Yeah. This is the song that plays for the majority of Dressrosa. Yeah. And it's that's my number 20. Yeah, I put that one down pretty low there.
Gotcha. For me, I put it at number 16.
Okay.
While it's not as memorable as some of the other ones, and though one thing that sort of brought it up that you actually don't hear in the show, but in the full version, during the part where there's the scene with Blackbeard and Luffy talking, declaring things and stuff, there's actually a rap. There's a off-the-hook rap during that part in the full version of the song. That's like, oh, okay, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. And for some, that part, like, that's the part I actually like the most out of that whole song.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I just I honestly, it's one that I kind of, and it's for Dressrosa, so Dressrosa's a long arc, and I've listened to it a bunch of times, but listening to it again, I'm like, oh, I remember this one. It's there.
Yeah,
it's there. Yeah, that's not bad, but okay, whatever.
ぶつかって歯向かってそれが僕たちのハードな days 平凡な毎日じゃ乾き癒せないいつだって逃げないで風当たり強く生きてゆこうゴールまだ遠く進むべきハード Do it again そうどれだけ baby 立ち上がれば my dream come true 問われる覚悟の強さ試されてるような everyday Hey let's go 言い訳で小さくまとまる気なくて Hey let's go 飛び出した世界は荒ぶるノール空振りの隙間に迫ってた現実カウンター容赦なく beat me hit me また倒れてももう一度立ち上がり前を見たものだけが最後に笑うのさ Only winner We gotta go 遠くまで Glory Road ぶつかって歯向かってそれが僕たちのハードな days 平凡
So next up, we have Hard Knock Days. I love Hard Knock Days. I say that as I put it at number 17, but this is by Generations from Exile Tribe. That is an awesome name for a band.
Quite. It feels rather Judgment Day-y or something.
Yeah,
like that.
a little bit. Yeah, like it's like the ruin of the planet Earth, like 3,000 years in the future, and it's just like, you know, we're the generation from the exiled tribe, and we're just going around singing music. That's what we do.
Yeah. It's like you get the it's like you see like the ruins, and then in the background you hear.
Yeah, that's the call when they're coming into like Mad Max style on the motorcycles in the waste.
Like, here it's going down.
How did you like this one?
This one is my number 12.
Okay.
It's not the most memorable. It's still very, very memorable. Though there's a few parts that just grab me for some reason, because I like it when songs pull off a sort of way of arrangement that confuses me at first. And
yeah, this song kind of does that.
It makes me want to like figure out, okay, how's the groove going here? It's like it's right at as the half of the chorus. Like each half of the chorus is going hang on. Yeah,
there you go.
Here we go. That part took me forever to finally like zone in on where everything goes. But once I got it, I was like, yay!
What software do you use to make that stuff?
I use FL Studio to do my productions with, and I've pretty much gotten used to that there ever since way back. And I know a lot of softwares, they have a different kind of language to them and more consistent amongst each other, like Cubase, and I think Cubase, we got Pro Tools, GarageBand I think is another one, and I know Fruity Loops has a bit of a different kind of layout to it, but that's what I've gotten used to, and now I wouldn't have it any other way. But I just like you said it with the beat. That's the thing that really I remember from this one the most. Yeah.
This was also part of the I think the latter half. Yeah, this was just until the end of Dressrosa with because that's such a long arc there in the anime. And this was another long one. This was 60 episodes. This one and the next one were both 60 episodes.
Yeah, because Dressrosa was really, really long.
Dressrosa was insane. It was 100 chapters in the manga, and the anime, because they dragged it out so much. Not really dragged it out, because I think in Dressrosa that was a problem with the manga getting really close to the anime. So they couldn't really do a filler in the middle of Dressrosa. So they started to do a thing where it's like with the opening plus the recap from the previous episode, and then the last like the preview. There was not that much episode like new material. They really dragged a lot of those episodes out.
Yeah, for sure.
There was like 120 something episodes for that. Yeah. So yeah, more than chapters.
Yeah, it may be slow, but it's still good. It's like what's happening is still great story.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
この世界の果てなんてこの目で見たわけじゃないだから旅立つんだ君と We can 海から海を股にかけて一つなぎの宝探しにそんなの夢物語だと誰もが笑っているけど胸の高ぶりだけが羅針盤知ったかぶりしてるよ教科書なんてさガイドブック雨も涙もいつかは止む顔を上げろ怒りを上げろ心の嵐が過ぎたなら感じ取れさ勝ち取れ明日の風が吹く頃には晴れ晴れ頬を張ら胸を張れ誰かに会いたくなるんだ想像つかないことばかりだろう見て見ぬふりするなよ
number 19 is one that I have to say at the beginning when I first heard it, I wasn't a fan of it. And I ended up putting it as 19. This is We Can by Hiroshi Kitadane and Kishidan. Yeah. And this is the one that starts off Zo. I put it low on here, but I do have a newfound respect for it, especially near the end where it kind of changes it up a bit. It would be the scene in the anime, like, when you see Sanji's face, like, shocked at the information that Beiji tells him, and he's like, yes, we can. And then there's the scene where, like, they're all looking at the poneglyphs as, like, they're circling around the Straw Hats and everything. Like, it's like the mysteries of the world are finally beginning to unravel. That part I like, Yeah,
that's a lot. That's pretty nice content there too, and at the very beginning too, when you just start seeing glimpse of Zo from Weekend there before they even get there, I believe, and it really gets you into it. When it comes to the song itself, though, for me, it's my number 8.
Okay, and, sorry.
No worries. And like at the beginning, it starts with like an intro / chorus, then it gets into the verses, and I'm like. And then, all right, oh, here comes the chorus. No, it goes to another verse. I'm like, huh? All right, here we go. Verse 2, because it sort of like builds up, and then it just goes straight to the second verse. I'm like, okay, here we go. Though once that chorus comes in and it's like really high energy and stuff, that really gets me. It's really like that part.
It took a while for me to get into this one. It really did. But when I finally did, it's just, and this is another long one. Yeah, this is around for another 60 episodes. So you're stuck with this for a while. And for Zo and Whole Cake as well.
And I for this one too, probably has some of my favorite lyric writing I've come up with so far for the covers. I managed to cover everything the song needed to say at the end of the first verse before the last line. So I completely made up a line saying, "We are ready, so let's go 'cause we can," or something like that. I can't remember exactly. That was I was like, yay! I was able to like reference the 3 songs like that. That was really cool. And another part I really like is during the chorus when the part where da 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 says your captain. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that line. I love that one, man.
that part was like that's good. I got a good line there, and
says
I actually wrote the lyrics to that one much before I started the Dave Does Music channel. So those lyrics were sitting there ready to be used
there for a while, just waiting to, like, that's like a project. I have that too. It's just like, I'll make these videos. They're just sitting on the back burner for sometimes years until I finally get to them.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Definitely know the feeling. But yeah, this one's my number 8. I enjoy the fast-paced groove of it, and just I enjoy making the instrumental for this one too, for the cover too. And I feel like I got like a very, very direct, in-your-face kind of fast-paced sound to it. It's not exactly like the original, but yeah.
I just looking, because that's the thing with these lists. It's like, even just looking at this now, I'm thinking I might have wanted to switch Hard Knock Days and We Can, but it's just like, well, it's just I had to redo this like 4 times, and it's at some point you just got to be like, all right, that's what we're going with.
Our feelings for you, they burn ever so brightly. Our bonds still remain, so don't take them so lightly. Doesn't matter where you are, whether you're near or far, we will rise and show our strength. Just know that we are home. It's been a true pleasure. I'm so very glad to have met someone like you. We've been through so much, all the tears and the laughter have all been really true. It's like the blowing winds were showing us the way, so we can join and then rise. Yeah, higher, higher. Why did you give up on the thing that you're looking for? Why did you start taking on everything on your own? Hey, did you start thinking about what the future holds? Your dream is waiting, come on, let's go. Our feelings for you, they burn ever so brightly. Our bonds still with you. You know what to do. Come on and break through. When it comes to the road, we've all made up our minds. No matter how loud you cry, I just can't hear you. It just breaks my heart. I feel too weak to pull through. I really just need you. Oh, what am I to do? I believe in the morning so that I can see the light. If it's answers you want, then just listen real closely. Just close your eyes and you will surely see clearly. Up ahead is a big blue sea, that which you've never seen. All that you gotta do is keep believing. We are hope. At the end of this road, the world will all bloom. There is something that I just gotta do. Gotta come back to you. I know I can pull through. We are forever true. Yes, I've made up my mind.
For those of you out there that are saying, like, oh, I'm ranking these newer songs kind of low, that's going to change really quick because opening 20, Hope, you could do the intro for this, but I'll just say it is by Namie Amuro, and it is my number 2.
Nice. For me, this one really does get you like in the feels big time.
Oh God, yeah, 100%.
It really does. It really does. Though for me, this one it wound up being number 13 for me, like smack dab. I'm almost in the middle. 'Cause in some parts, I felt like the kind of arrangement the song had a bit. I'm not sure which note was sang, but it was sang a lot, and it was a little repetitive for me, but it still brings me in regardless, and the message it says brings it up, that's for sure, and it's very, very iconic, and we needed a song like that after Weekend as well, considering Weekend was just like pumping. We're crazy energy. We're ready to go. Well, now we need something a little heavier now.
I think that was the situation for a lot of the previous intros. Like Hard Knock Days was kind of the same way. Hard Knock Days, literally, that's the one that opens with like Luffy literally punching through a mountain at the beginning. Like, you know, and so it's like intense because Dressrosa. And now it's like, okay, this one's a little different because we're not just going to go beat up Big Mom. We're here to save Sanji. He's left the crew, and it's like very somber, you know, and I love everything about this. I love the opening of this. I love it when it finally gets into like, you know, the beats near the end. You know, it's just so good. I've listened to so many covers of this. I listened to the original. I listened to yours. There's a one that did the dub, Lee and Lee, I think is the channel name for there. Yeah, that she did a really good cover of this.
Yeah, she did. And you know what's crazy about that too is like I was currently working on mine. Okay. And then while I was working on it, that's when she released hers. I'm like, well, dang, I lost that race.
You know, it's funny though, listening to hers and yours, because I basically listened to them at the same time. I noticed the way she wrote the lyrics to that song was more about like, maybe not necessarily about Luffy and Sanji. It was more just a song about like, you know, we love you, please come back to us. And yours was much more, I think, about like the camaraderie. I think you have a line in there about the all blue. Was that in the original? I think it might have been, or did you add that?
No, I incorporated that completely. That wasn't even brought up at all. I just incorporated that it felt nice to have that in and just to tie it a little more to One Piece itself.
Yeah, it was more Sanji centric when you did it. Yeah.
And I know I felt like I might have gone just a little too out of my way to like make the syllables of the lyrics a little too much like they were in the original. There's probably some parts where I could have done without doing too many fast words, because some were really hard to do. Because in the original, the words go super fast, especially during the chorus. See?
Yeah, that's a thing.
It took me so many takes to get that right, and even at that, I think I cut pieces of this part, pieces of that part.
I mean, it kicks off really fast, like just getting into it really quick, you know?
Yeah, it does. But it was a lot of fun.
Oh god, I listened to this, and it kind of like the first time I listened to it is like I think I might have a new contender for my favorite. And making the list, I'm like, I actually had to consider as Brand New World or Hope because they're really good. But yeah, you did an amazing cover. Lee and Lee, go check her channel out. I'll put the link. I'm gonna have a boatload of stuff in the description for this video, so I'll throw that in there too. But yeah, I always love a good Hope cover. It's great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And another thing about Hope, that this is, you know how I like to like find little complex things about songs, like, all right, where's the time signature, like with Hard Knock Days. Well, Hope has this small part, like, this is interesting. You know how most songs go 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4.
Yeah.
There's a small part in Hope that actually does a 1 2 and then goes right back to 1 2 3 4. It's 1 2 3 4. It actually it skips 2 beats right there to just get to the next part of that part. It only does it once.
Interesting. But that gives it kind of a unique sort of vibe to it at the same time when you hear that, because it disrupts the beat you're used to.
Yeah, exactly. For some reason, believe it or not, it's actually one of the parts of the songs that I remember the most because of that tiny part like that.
Well, yeah, because you're like doing the cover and everything, so it's like you're more in the technical aspect. If they do something weird like that, you'd be like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Guess we're doing that now.
Yeah, it's always fun when you come across a song that does that, like, or has a time signature like at 5/8 or something like that. Those are very rare, but they happen, and whenever they do, and then I figure them out, I'm like, cool. This is
cool.
This is neat. I can follow this beat. I can follow this beat now. Hi, you're not confused. Wait a minute, where was it?
Oh man, you messed it up just when you think you know.
Yeah. That's just a thing I like to do.
How often, I mean, you probably don't know the exact number, but like a ballpark estimate, how many times do you have to listen to this song in the original before you like have a good feel of like, you know, what you're going to do and everything?
Well, in most cases, I got it up on the side to constantly like reference, like, okay, what did I put here? Like sometimes I don't go into crazy little details, but every now and then I can get pretty precise with certain elements that the original happens to incorporate. I want to incorporate into the cover, if none other reason than to just have it there, just to reference that it's there in the original.
Right. So it's like always like right there, and just pull it up and just go piece by piece. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But this is just sometimes. For instance, Hikari E, that was the first one I did. I believe I practically did that whole thing off of memory. I think. I could be wrong about that.
Also, thank you for correcting me, because I was saying Hikari E, and yes, the Japanese E is pronounced eh, so I'm an idiot. And then I's are E's. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to doing that there with all the Japanese, all the amine.
Yeah. We've been doing this. We've been talking for a while here. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're almost done. We got 3 left. Okay.
Yes, we've got superpowers. Yes, we've got superpowers. Yes, we've got superpowers. Yes, we've got superpowers. 君の夢はモンスター級で胸の檻ぶっ壊しては飛び込むよ Go to hell と書いたパラダイス いつだって dangerous We like it serious Oh 傷だらけになった夢はいつか大事な宝物になるさ不思議な興奮が仲間をつなぐ懸命に生きること冒険と呼ぼうか Yes, we've got superpowers 最高の夢信じ合うライバルとの絆失敗も妙にチャーミング Yes, we've got superpowers 愛が涙と勝る星にそっと未来は朝を運び謳歌で愛しい僕たちの世界照らすよ戦いさ
going on to Superpowers, number 21, and this is my number 6 by V6. Yeah, so I know, right? Yeah.
You're gonna laugh. It's my number 6 as well.
It's V6. That's so much 6. Oh,
That's
triple
three,
6. That's not good. That's not good, Dave.
Oh
man.
Let me just modify this. 6.1. Okay.
6.5. So,
Okay,
I was actually surprised when we got this one because I thought, like, Hope went for so long. I thought we're almost at the end of Whole Cake and Wano's coming up. We're just going to do Hope and then Wano, and then Superpowers kicks up right when Luffy's starting to fight Katakuri. And it's like, it's basically the Luffy fights Katakuri opening. That's like what it is, like, because that's all that's really, there's other stuff going on too, but it's like, okay, Hope was, Sanji left, we have to rescue him. Superpowers is like, okay, Luffy's now in the fight for his life, and we have superpowers. We are monsters, because I think monster is a theme in the song. I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really digging Superpowers, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's I really enjoy that song, and I like how the song itself, in a lot of places, the arrangements, the chord progressions, the way they handle certain parts of the song, it kind of jumps all over the place in the style. Like, for instance, at the very beginning, practically all the instruments are doing the same pattern. Just about everything's doing that same pattern, with just, like, I don't know how many people screaming, we are the super... No, that's the end.
I love it.
We've got superpowers. And then you got the verses, which is also pretty unique compared to most things I see. The almost all the instruments kind of do the same kind of pattern. And then you get to the bridge, and at the end it I
mean, there's a lot of repetition here, but it's in a way that I love.
Yeah. It's an interesting kind of arrangement. It's like kind of like very, very weird-ish but good kind of weird styles up to, and then once the chorus drops, the contrast between, like, especially right before the bridge and the chorus, it feels like night and day kind of contrast, and it hits you like a ton of bricks, and I love that. That is so cool. love doing that. And then there's the part after that there with I never know what to call that part, in between chorus 1 and 2, pretty much, and then that part where Luffy is starting to figure out how to perceive the future there against Katakuri.
That scene where it kind of like it slows down for a bit, and I'm not even gonna try to say it, but it's like the scene where, like, he's like, closing his eyes and sensing the future, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's like, we got to do this, and then I think that scene ends with Carrot transforming. It's just the vocals, and then it goes back to the song.
Pretty much. The Carrot transforming is like right before that, where everything really calms down and everything, and then
the scene with, like, the sun will rise. I'm like, oh my god, just the bass there just sounds great. You did a great job with that.
That was a fun one to do, and that one took a while too. That one took a lot of time to do, that one, in a way, because not only did the arrangement have a lot to it, which was actually slowing down the processing on the computer like crazy, but I've got it's probably the most vocal heavy song of everything, other than maybe To Be a Master, maybe, but even at that, consistently vocal heavy. Because there's me, my main leads, a dub, some back. Let's say this is for the chorus. The backs. There's one of my other friends that also did some extra parts for that, and then the We Are the Superpower part. That
By the way, everybody, links for everybody that Dave has, like, collabed with for these. These will all be found below in the description as well.
Cool. Well, if not, I don't know if all of them have their YouTube channels, but
right, I'll get the credits and everything to make sure that stays consistent.
Cool. But yeah, that was one heck of an adventure to make that. And
would you say that was the one that took the longest?
If not the longest, one of them. That's
one of
for
the longest,
sure.
right? Yeah,
oh yeah, it's definitely way up there. Kaze also took me quite a while because sometimes when I do backs, sometimes I actually generate backs using my leads.
Okay.
Where I don't record anymore. I just do that, and that fills things up nicely. But sometimes I do record actual vocals for the backs. And Kaze Wo Sagashite, for the most part, it's all unique recorded stuff for the most part. There's a few generated ones in there too, but yeah. And Superpowers, my dubs.
It was certainly one of the more extensive ones, but yeah. I love it.
One dream, one wish, 叶えたいなら Over the top 見たこともない世界目指し荒ぶる波風越えて突き進まなきゃダメさ一番乗りしたんだ心配とか後回しどうせ勝負一か八か相手がでかく見えたら心が縮んでる証拠逃げるなんてチョイスはない一歩そばへ近づくんだ生意気って褒め言葉気づいとくほど笑ってか新しい明日探しに行きたいのならとびきりの自信を磨いて旅をした足跡がそう地図に変わるまで新しいホライズンほら進んできた分眩しさと波度が上昇夢うつつで起こせハリケーンさあちゃんと書き満たせ One dream One wish 夢は逃げない全部ノックアウト Over the top
So now we get into Wano finally, and this is opening number 22, Over the Top, and this is by Hiroshi and Kohei Tanaka, and this is my number 11. This was really hard. It was actually a lot lower at first, and I'm like, nah, it deserves to be up a little bit higher. But yeah, I'll let you take over from this one. Yeah.
This one for me, this one got from the very beginning with all those chorus voices and stuff, and like I was like, ooh, this feels like it's going to be pretty big, and it got me right away. For me, this one's number 5. Over the Top is number 5 for me, and one thing that was convenient with the cover for this one is that in most cases, this one didn't really have that many backs, except for the beginning. So
yeah, because it literally starts with, you know, the one dream, and it's kind of like, that there's a lot going on there with that.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I really enjoy this whole song, and the animation in the opening is nuts.
It's beautiful. I can't say it's what I was expecting from Wano, but I love what I got, you know? Yeah, I was expecting a little bit different kind of intro than what this was, but I think it works perfectly with the beginning of the Wano arc. Yeah. Indeed.
I'm wondering if sooner or later we'll get a more Japanese style intro in the
I was thinking about that. Was kind of something I was expecting, considering, you know, the shamisen and all those, you know, instruments are so pivotal role in the Wano arc and everything, and it's like a kabuki play. But who knows? Maybe that's what we'll get to close it out. But yeah, this is the one we were talking about earlier. Like, this one had like massive spoilers. This opening spoiled something that wasn't even revealed in the manga yet, which I don't even know how you do that, right? Like, I guess they just went to Oda and was like, we want to have a scene with all the scabbards, but we don't know who Denjiro is. And it's like, oh, he's Kyoshiro. I'm like, all right, we'll just do that then. Like,
why not? There you go.
Why not, right? Another scene, I noticed it while watching it recently. There's a scene in Over the Top where you see Yasuie get shot, right, on top of the, the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that episode, I think that was the episode where the next opening played, so it didn't even get to that point in the anime yet. And I'm just like, why did you show that now? But okay, whatever. I mean, it looked cool, and you see it animated and everything, but...
For sure.
It was a little bit... I mean, the song is great, but the animation choices of what to put in there are a little weird. But, of course, it ends out with Luffy punching a giant dragon, so... I mean, and then literally, over the top! I'm like, hell yeah, it is!
Yeah,
there it is.
A good way to end it, and
good way to end it out. And so now, unless you have something else to say about it, we can move on to the last one.
Just one thing.
Go for it.
When it comes to ending that out, when I was doing the cover for that, I had a good amount of regret for not bringing down the key a little bit, because holy crap did I struggle with that last part and doing Hurricane. I think I managed to do it pretty good despite that, but
I noticed it might have been maybe a little bit off, like compared to the rest of it. I did notice that, but other than that, the cover was great. Yeah.
Oh, overall, the arrangement, I was very happy with how the arrangement turned out, and it was a lot of fun to do too. And I was like, well, I was able to do it, so yay!
Yeah, it's everybody loves, and I'm sure you get recommendations all the time now that when the new openings come out, like, Dave, you got to do this one now. Come on, Dreamin On, do it.
The moment the opening drops, the next opening drops, I do see recommendations like new openings out, and then I'm
I
like,
know what I gotta do now. Yeah.
All right. Well, I got my work cut out for me here.
Exactly. But hey, it's a great thing what you're doing though.
I'm having fun doing it.
無限大の地図広げ果てしないあの場所へ Let's sail on 高く帆を上げて風に乗れ Don't give up 覚悟決めたのなら引き返しはしないさ笑い飛ばせ Shout it out 心を砕けないように仲間がいるんだほら強がりなんていらないいつだって闇が引き裂こうとしてもほら Brave it out 大丈夫さ打ち破る最高の絆無限大の地図広げ果てしないあの場所へ踏み出せ勇気の一歩 Dreamin On 無限大の地図広げ誓い集めた旗戦い続けてゆく自分自身貫け掴み取る Dreamin On 負けられない逃げやしない出会いは壁越えゆこう全部宝物無限大の地図広げ果てしないあの場所へ踏み出せ勇気の一歩今日を上げて
So now we get to the final opening, well, the current opening of One Piece. We made it!
We're here.
That was an hour and 20 minutes raw. I'm gonna have to go back and edit, of course, but that's and that. Oh, that's not including the songs. Because when we're doing this, guys, I'm not playing the songs in between. That's for your guys' benefit. So yeah, it's gonna be even longer than this. But anyway, so Dreamin On by Da Ice. That's also a really good name. Yeah, this is the current one, opening 23, and this is, I put this at number 18, simply due to the fact that it's the newest opening, and I do love it, and it will probably, if it would give me a year, and this would probably be way higher up on the list, but I just wanted to give it some more time to really get into my mind, because it's so new, only came out a few months ago. But But yeah, I'd say that Over the Top I still like better. But this was definitely a good part for the. I guess they might do different openings for each act of Wano. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but yeah. What do you think of this one?
for me, this one is my number 19, and
Okay.
I guess you could say for similar reasons, like it's still newer right now, and it's hasn't really etched itself into our hearts completely, I guess you can say. Though I don't know if I see it if it does anymore. I don't know if I see it climbing much more on my end, but maybe a little bit. But for me, it wasn't as memorable as Over the Top was for me. It was still really, really good, and I especially like the main chorus there and that the Dreamin On part.
The opening for this really hooked me.
Yeah.
With a map that's laid out before us, possibilities are just endless, and I'm thinking, okay, that's a great hook to get you into the song. But you know, once it's in there, it's like, okay, it's good, but you know, maybe just give it some time, and you know.
My personal favorite parts of the songs were probably the beginning part, the chorus part, and the end part. The hook song with the whoa parts. I do like that part quite a bit. That part stuck with me pretty good. But overall, yeah.
I wrote down on the list here. This is when you did the collabs with Megami33 and JorporXx. Yeah.
Yeah, a.k.a. Mark the Groot. Yeah.
Mark
yeah,
the Groot. Yeah.
They both approached me with collab ideas in mind. And then after, Megami wanted to do a duet with me on hers at the time, and which I did, and I played you could say played the guest role with the backs on hers kind of thing. So I was like, all right, let's do the reverse thing. And since Mark was also interested, I'll bring them both in to do backs on mine as well. Because why not? It's almost like a trade kind of situation.
Yeah, have a good trio there, and then it turned out amazing. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun to do, and I believe it was like one of Mark's first times in a while or ever. I can't remember exactly. I'm guessing in a while doing like vocals in Japanese once we got around to the Japanese version as well.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Are you fluent in Japanese, or is it just you learned it like just for like the songs and stuff?
Just because of watching a lot of anime, I'm able to pick up certain sentences here and there slowly but surely. I wouldn't consider myself fluent. I can do like super simple phrases, and that's about it. And then of course I learn how the songs go and try to incorporate that relatively close without losing my identity at the same time.
I've been like, I mean, anime is the same with me, and then it's just like a few years ago I started to actively try to learn it, and I mean, I'm the same with you. I've learned like simple phrases and stuff, you know, and you know, and I think I would survive at like you know, just enough level in Japan to like ask where the bathroom is, or like, you know, this is a restaurant, obviously I can read that.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where it's like, in order for me to learn more, I'd have to like, you know, visit Japan and spend some time there, or have a tutor or somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you kind of hit that point when you're just reading books and stuff. You have to have somebody else. Yeah.
And in my case, when it comes to reading, I know Zip is, for me, it's just the
I can get through. Yeah, stuff. So the kanji are based on like, there's like the 5 different levels. I'm pretty good with like level 5 and 4, but like that's like, like little kid level in Japan or whatever. Like I could like, that's the kanji for person. I'm like, Hito, I know what that is, you know. But beyond that, that's the ones I've committed to memory. The other ones are a little bit more shaky, but I can kind of put them together.
Gotcha.
But at any rate, those are the 23 openings of One Piece, and we ranked every single one. Thank you so much again for coming on, Dave. You've been a huge help.
No, glad to have taken part. This was fun.
This was great. And once again, you can go check out Dave's channel of Dave Does Music over on YouTube. Links to all that good stuff is below, as well as, credits and stuff, whoever helped with the individual songs. But yeah, I'm so glad I was finally able to do this, because it's been one of the big ones. Like, I got to talk about the openings at one point, and it worked out. And just to close this out, I don't know if we could do a sequel at some point for this, but something you might notice if you've watched One Piece for a while, the endings just kind of stop after a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 17, Water 7 Enies Lobby is the last time there's been an ending theme in One Piece.
Yeah, I think there's a total of 17 in all.
Yeah, and they obviously they run for shorter than the openings. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe we could do one on the endings, because honestly, that would be interesting, because I am not as familiar with a lot of those, and so
neither am I. At least for most of them, anyway.
I know you did a cover of Run 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 recently. I saw that.
Yeah. That one I love. I'll say right now that one's without a doubt near the top.
Yeah. But for me, it would be an adventure, because I've only seen probably a handful, and you just said there's 17. That's more than I thought there were, so I'd have to go back and watch a few. But yeah, they decided, I guess, to have more episode and just cut with the endings, which is unfortunate, because they were really good, and the way to close out the episodes. But anyway, that's the video for today. Thanks for everybody for watching. This will be Tekking101 signing out.
Take care, everybody.